Thanks for staying on with us. This is The Market. Buoyant mood for the equity markets as you've got that breadth as well that continues to remain in favor of the gaining side. Well, lots to discuss even when it comes to real estate. For Sobha in particular, they've had the best ever quarterly sales volumes in Q3. We talk about the growth momentum, demand trends, as well as some recent incentives that have been doled out by the Maharashtra government and what it means. JC Sharma is the Vice Chairman and MD of Sobha Limited, now joining in on the show. Thank you so much for taking time out. Mr. Sharma, to begin with, your sales volume growth has been very encouraging. Can you share with us, some of the trends that you're seeing and whether or not this kind of a growth is going to be sustainable into FY22?
Good morning and season's greetings to you and all your viewers. We do believe that the real estate cycle has turned and turned for the better. There are many reasons, but primarily we believe that it is on account of low interest rates, people working from home, higher disposable income, low supplies, though people keep talking about high inventory levels, and in an environment, it is also becoming somewhere a saving mode, somewhere an investment mode for so many buyers. So first time you will be seeing during pandemic that across all categories, across all products, and across all cities, wherever we have the inventory, we have been consistently selling. We have also learned that despite the restrictions, thanks to the technology, thanks to these digital tools available, softwares available, marketing can be done successfully. And these things have resulted into, with so many constraints, higher inquiries, higher site visits, and higher number of sales. And this we could achieve despite not having any major launch. With 21-22 beginning, we will have good number of launches also. And we also feel that with those launches, the kind of momentum what we have seen, right, it should continue. At the same time, we are also conscious of the fact that environment is still not okay. The economic pains, and there are people who are still not in a position to get their jobs, or salary cuts and other things are there. So to that extent, there is a large segment which was otherwise we could have addressed during normal times. Because of the COVID, we are unable to address them. Hopefully, as economy starts reviving, this set of people also should start flowing into our customer database.
All right, that sounds fairly encouraging. And if we talk about the city of Bengaluru, that definitely contributed quite a bulk, 69% I understand, to your total sales volumes. Which are the geographies that have shown a strong recovery growth, and what are some of the geographies that you are focusing on?
We believe that Bangalore and the southern markets, they will continue to keep doing well. Here, you have got better quality jobs. The IT sector predominance will help these regions to sustain the kind of momentum what we have seen. As far as other markets are also concerned, there I believe that lack of supply and somewhere the consolidation should help large developers having the abilities to launch projects, finish projects, sell projects, they should be benefited. So my view is that Bangalore for us will continue to be a good market, but its market share in the overall scheme of things, it should be coming down from present 69% to maybe 60-65% in a year's time. Other markets, Kerala market has done very well. Pune, we have seen good revival. In Ahmedabad, Gift City also we have seen consistency and good revival. And surprisingly, Gurgaon also is doing very well.
Right. Also wanted to understand, Mr. Sharma, when it comes to, the new project launches, what is it that you have in the pipeline? And in terms of a broad-based growth strategy from here on, What is it that you've planned for the year going ahead?
We have planned good number of launches. We should have launched some projects even in the last quarter also, but certain final approvals got delayed. And we do appreciate, because of this COVID time, somewhere somebody is affected and the whole chain gets broken. But more or less, the spate of launches what we have planned, this will be in next 4 to 5 quarters, more than 10 to 12 million square feet, should help us to see that our market share gets further consolidated.
Mr. Sharma, as an outlook, would you think that it's the residential housing which will continue to be the growth driver for you as well as for the industry, or do you think commercial real estate as well has a chance to pick up?
See, I am not that competent to talk about the commercial space as much. We have very limited presence. But I do know that the IT space is doing very well. The data center is going to do very well, and India is going to be an attractive destination on these areas. As far as residential space is concerned, my view is that it is underserved market. In last 7 to 8 years, the real estate market has not been doing well for one reason or other. Now, for the first time, though this pandemic still continues, we find external environment reasonably okay, primarily because of higher disposable income, low interest rates, as I repeat, and you have the importance of a home in your life much more than it was at any given point of time. And looking at the size of the market and looking at currently where the Indian developers are placed, if the government in the coming budget can take certain small corrective steps, the demand can get further accelerated, the economy also will get a good boost, and I do believe that residential space has got a much more that leg room to see to it that it keeps growing at a pace hitherto we have not yet seen.
Right. Mr. Sharma, Karnataka has also followed Maharashtra with this stamp duty cut. Now, given 69% of the total sale volumes comes from Bengaluru, how much do you expect the stamp duty cut to translate into your sales growth?
I think Maharashtra has done the stamp duty cut very smartly. And you have seen how it has helped them to garner much higher tax revenue and much higher sales and revival of sentiments. As far as Karnataka is concerned, they have given the cut in the stamp duty, but it is applicable to those low-value items or the products which most of us we are not selling. So it is applicable to the small home owners. Maybe they will get some benefit, not at a large scale the way we can equate with the Maharashtra initiative.
Okay, fair enough. And just your views as to how you're looking at the moves of the Maharashtra government. This means for the industry as a whole?
I think if you look at the suggestion was given by Mr. Deepak Parekh, he is a veteran and he understands this business better than I think anybody in India. So somewhere there are merits, that the impact of that is yet to be felt. But prima facie, as far as customers are concerned, they can look forward to have a lower cost of acquisition because developers will be required to bear the cost of the stamp duty. At the same time, the government levies will get reduced. So I do believe these are the things which have been triggered in a right manner. Because if we look at the industry, it's taxed very heavily. Both the land gets taxed and the product gets taxed. And we are also paying stamp duty, we come under GST also. And there are multiple taxes which are not being passed through. So in such an environment, if the government looks at rationalizing the GST, A, where the input tax credit is allowed, and B, if at least they make one home income tax exemption, both from the principal repayment as well as interest payment kind of a thing. So what Maharashtra has demonstrated, you will see the whole India will get benefit and the government's revenue will rather improve because you support 250 industries and maximum number of unemployable people in our sector. So I think because budget is not very far away, I am taking this opportunity to appeal that definitely they should look at certain income tax benefits to the home buyers as well as rationalization of this GST input tax as the key demand to revive our economy as well as our sector.
Mr. Sharma, it's been a pleasure chatting with you. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining in with that perspective as to what these moves mean for the real estate sector as well as your very commendable volume growth that the company has witnessed. On that note then, we're completely out of time. So from everyone that put the show together, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned to ET Now.